On our spotlight this week is reggae musician C Strokes. Let's find out what he's all about.
Reggae music is dynamic and it has evolved over time. The reggae music of the 60s, 70s is not what you hear today. A lot has been injected into reggae music, and you hear the ragga and all that. That is to enable them be able to enjoy reggae music. So even in reggae, you have other offshoots like reggae, you have the dancehall and whatever. It can accommodate them. It gives them the leverage to come in. And I want to let you know, you can see now everybody is tilting towards that. You have Patoranking and all that coming into reggae, and a lot of them. And for me, it means that we are going back to our roots, because what you have in Nigerian music today is an offshoot. And I think the problem is not about them. It's about those who market, the sponsors, the executive producers. They want to recoup, so they just have to make them go into a commercial kind of music.
Yeah. The things we did, the things we shared together, made my world go round. Asking for love, yeah. The things we did, the things we shared together, made my world go round. Asking for love,
There are lots of groups out there who sing reggae and they make it. They dress like those who do hip hop. What do you, Shaggy? Shaggy is one of them. He's a reggae musician. I mean, he still dresses like them. It doesn't stop him from dressing that way. But I think they have to realize that in reggae music there are other offshoots. They can fit into any of them.
Together, made my world go round. Asking for the things we did, the things we shared together, made my world go round. Asking for
My latest work titled Same Old Song. I did a collaboration with an upcoming, very strong female reggae artist by name Posh Kayan. I want people to listen to it. So I'm reaching out to anybody who has a flair for reggae music. If I see that you can fit into my brand of reggae music, of course I'll come in. And I need people with very strong lyrics to be able to collaborate with them.
Try to live, yet them no give us the answer. All the promises we hear is only for them stomach. Jah has given us power to make life go, as such as let love down before us. While we hating, killing, forcing and fighting ourselves for no just cause. Can't you see there are hungry faces? I can hear the whispers from their faces.
Two Face is good. I've listened to Patoranking and quite a lot of them, and D and all of them. I think it's good because we need to bring out that intellectual aspect of music, and nothing more, nothing less.
All we've got to make life worth living for. Let's sing love songs. The Lord will surely win. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life road is rough.
The misconception around reggae music have led to a lot of people not sponsoring, producing, and marketing reggae music. But we have lots of talent out there, and some of these issues we are all working on them, because we set up an ad hoc committee. The report will come out in December, and we have agreed as artists in the country, because it was difficult getting all of us together on the round table. And now that we're able to come together and we're looking at these issues, we have agreed we'll make sure that we'll also come down to another level, look at all the young ones that are in reggae music and see how we can assist them, start having a reggae concert or splash, as the case may be.
I can hear the whispers from their faces. All we've got to make life worth living for. Let's sing love songs. The Lord will surely win.
you think you've got a horrible boss, wait till you see Horrible Bosses 2, sequel to the 2011 movie Horrible Bosses.
The A-list cast of Horrible Bosses 2 stepped out on the red carpet in Los Angeles to celebrate the release of the sequel to the popular 2011 film. Jennifer Aniston, Christoph Waltz, Jamie Foxx, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day and Chris Pine were on hand to discuss their movie and their own personal horror stories with Horrible Bosses.
I mean, come on, I think because we all have, it's a universal sort of thing, relatable subject, a boss, a horrible boss. I mean, it's a pretty funny premise. I think everybody has secrets. I mean, you know, most people who've had horrible bosses have some sort of a secret fantasy of, you know, being quite aggressive towards their boss when they have not been treated quite well. I mean, my God, look back 9 to 5.
The film picks up right where the original Horrible Bosses left off. The original film details the antics of three friends played by Jason Bateman, Jason Sudeikis, and Charlie Day, who conspire to get revenge on their awful bosses.
I completely underestimated you guys. Help me help you get revenge on my dad. I'm a little insulted. You only asked for $500,000 for me, so I tacked on another zero. 500 million? Wow, that's a ton.
Of the three original Horrible Bosses, Aniston was the only one to appear in the sequel, which she said had to be better than the first one if she was going to sign on to the film.
It was a combination of a very smart group of people that all agreed that we want, if we do a sequel, it has to be as good, if not better, than the first one. And so everyone worked really hard, and it went, you know, it took many a draft. But, you know, and I mean, my God, Dr. Julia is so much fun to play.
Thank you.
Two-time Oscar winner Christoph Waltz stars in the movie and said that he has had several horrible bosses in his regional theater days.
You don't want to know. I've worked with a lot of directors, and the directors can be the most horrible bosses of all. Actually, I know a few directors who could teach other bosses how to be horrible. Especially in the theater, or the theater that I used to do at least. I had one more or less every other month.
Oscar winner Jamie Foxx got his start in television with the popular 90s sketch comedy show In Living Color. He said the comic antics on the set were reminiscent of his days on the show.
I would say the people that are in it, I mean, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, Jason Bateman, these guys, to me, being on set, and I don't know how much you'll be able to tell when it's on the movie, but they are three of the most creative guys that I've ever been around as far as funny, story, plot. I mean, it's like being on the set of In Living Color in a sense, because on In Living Color, everybody was smart when it came to comedy, and these guys have that same DNA, so it makes sense that people want to come out and see the movie.
There's a really good story and plot and kidnapping caper in this thing on top of it all. So this one is actually even better than the first, and I like the first a lot.
Well, for me, there were a couple things. Getting to work with Miss Aniston in that capacity was pretty great. The chemistry with the two Jasons, I love those guys, and then and just to be a part of this particular comedy has been great. So. I was thrilled just when the phone rang that they were even considering doing another one.
And star Chris Pine said that his negative experiences in the service industry helped him on this movie.
None comes to mind. I've certainly had awful working experiences. I was never really good in the service industry. In fact, I had one woman tell me when I was working at a restaurant that I should smile more. So I would suggest she come out and see this film. So yeah, I'm happy where I am.
Horrible Bosses 2 releases on November this year.
Hi, boys. I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to send you all to jail. Unless you guys clown me.
All right, here we go.
Can we come up with like a game plan?
That's all this week, but as always, we are online all day, every day. ChannelsTV.com is the address, and tweet at us via Oluwamayawa, OH and at ChannelsTV_ENT. We just got verified, by the way. Okay, so I am Mayawa Ogundele. Until I see you again, love yourself so much. People won't have a choice but to do the same. Take care.